Hey guys, do I look too pale? I don't know. Do I have a voice? This is not a new, this is like the oldest foundation I own. It's like Tarte Amazon Clay Matte Foundation. I think it looks amazing, but do I look too pale? I'm so tired, you guys. I was up the entire night. I'm like so happy to be talking to a camera right now because it is better than being at the hospital. I'm burned out. Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. I'm so happy to be here today to bring you all of my thoughts on new makeup releases. Samantha March started this series called Will I Buy It? She's one of my favorite YouTube people. I just think she's genuine and sweet and kind, and I love watching her post her Will I Buy It every single Wednesday. That's how she says it. She's got a community playlist. If I can technologically figure out how to put this video on her community playlist, I will. Like, wish me luck, you guys, because I'm technologically totally challenged. But I am super excited to have this discussion with you because there are so many holiday releases, even though it's 100 degrees and I'm wearing a short sleeve t-shirt in San Antonio and not really feeling very holiday-ish at the moment. But there are so many exciting holiday releases, and so I thought that I would talk to you about those and if I'm going to buy them or if I'm going to skip them. Stay tuned because after this, I'll probably wear the same shirt and I want to film a wish list for a holiday wish list haul. No, a holiday haul wish list. Like, what do I want to haul this holiday season of the holiday season releases? So stay tuned for that. I'm probably going to post it on Friday. I'll just film it today when I'm done with this because this is probably the only day this week I'll have any time to film. Look, I have makeup on, my hair is done, even though I look pale like a ghost. It's okay. It is okay. Let's talk about some of these new releases, you guys. The first thing that I want to touch on, let me scoot over so that I can put something. This is what Samantha March does. I'm following her, I'm copying her, so that I can put stuff on the side here to show you guys pictures of the product. The first thing I wanted to talk to you guys about is the new Tati release. I know that this has been a long-awaited makeup release by a lot of people because Tati, she's one person who I feel like does really good makeup reviews, really good eyeshadow reviews. So I feel like there's no way she would come out with an eyeshadow formula that would not be amazing. And I have to say, this summer, I think because I look so ghosty, let me go put on some blush. Hold on I put on bronzer. Did that help anything, you guys? But anyway, back to Tati. I've been really into warm tone shades. I think this summer, because I was a little bit more tanned, and so I was really liking the way that warm tone shadows were looking on my eyes. I think maybe in the winter I lean more toward cool tones. So I'm really interested in this palette. I think it looks really good, and I think it's really unique that she's calling it the textured nudes palettes. I think that's cool that she's kind of dabbling in different textures, mattes, shimmers, and frank glitters that look super duper glittery. But I'm not going to pick this up because I'm not into big shadows right now, big shadow palettes. I'm into littler eyeshadow palettes right now. I tend to get a little bit intimidated if I don't have a little bit of a color story in mind when I get ready to do my eyeshadow. And also, glitters, I just don't have the opportunity, as much as I want to wear them every single day, I just don't think that I have the opportunity to wear them that much because of my job. And so it doesn't make sense to me to buy a palette that's got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, looks like 7 glitters, 6 glitters, maybe 7. I just don't know that I'll get that much use out of it. So I think I'm going to skip this one, you guys, even though I love Tati and I would be happy to support her. I don't think that that's something that I need. Okay, next, I see that Huda is releasing another big palette, and it is called the Mercury Retrograde palette. Am I making that up? These colors look gorgeous. Gorgeous. They look beautiful. This looks like a great palette, but I'm not going to buy it for a couple of different reasons. Number one, I think, okay, here's my big thing. I'm going to get to this again when we talk about the little mini nude palettes by Huda Beauty, but a lot of Huda's stuff is made in China, and I just have a problem buying high-end makeup products that are made in China. I could be wrong. China could have these incredible makeup manufacturing standards that I just know about. But as I've mentioned on my channel 100 times before, if you're new to my channel, this will be new to you. But for those of you who know me, I have mentioned on my channel a lot of times that I'm very skeptical of the manufacturing standards in China because you hear about all these scandals with contamination of medications and Freon in toothpaste and things like that. So I really tend to not trust Chinese manufacturing, and that could be totally wrong. Like, those two things could be totally separate. I don't have evidence necessarily to suggest that there's something wrong with makeup that comes from China. It's just a concern for me. So it bothers me when I'm gonna spend 50, 55 or whatever this palette's gonna cost on an eyeshadow palette that's high-end, that is then made in China. Part of what I look to in buying high-end products is that they're made in countries that I feel, right or wrong, have stricter manufacturing standards. So with that said, the color, as much as I love the colors in this palette, they're not colors I would wear every day. So they look beautiful on the swatches, like beautiful, but these greens and these really bright purples are just not colors that I'd wear every day. I feel like this like pink and maroon story is like a little bit done. Like, she's done it. I have her little palette, also made in China, called like the Mauves or something, one of those little 9 shadow obsessions palettes in the mauves, and it looks very much like the mauve and pink and brown and gold shadows in here. So I just feel like this concept has been done. I don't feel like I need to see it again. Next, I wanted to talk about this Ulta Beauty palette, which looks super interesting to me. Again, it is a really big palette, and I'm not sure that I want any huge palettes because they're just overwhelming to me. I want smaller things to work with. I am interested in pinks, but the very, very bright, like fuchsia pinks, I just don't think there's any way I could sport that, you guys. Like, it doesn't matter what I do. Like, that is never gonna look right on me walking into a hospital to take care of people's lives. So I can't wear that color. Like, I think that the pinks that I can dabble in, we're gonna talk about that in an upcoming video about my wish list. There is a pink that I can dabble in, which I will talk about in my next video, but I don't think that a fuchsia pink is a pink that I can play around with. Is my hair... It's like a little bit out, but that's okay. I'm sure you guys don't care. Okay, so I'm gonna pass. Becca is releasing this, what is it called? The Pearl Glow Collection, which is actually, it's from their summer 2019 releases, but it's finally available. It says on Trend Mood's, on Trend Mood site here. By the way, I'm gonna link both Samantha March and Trend Mood in my description box below, because these are the people that inspired and helped me to know what the new releases are. So anyway, that's what I'm looking at. These colors look absolutely stunning. I'm gonna pop up next to me both the palette and the swatches, and they look so pretty. And I have to say, I think that Becca powders and eyeshadows are so gorgeous. I love their formulation. I think they are beautiful. Love the way this looks, but I think I'm going to skip it because I just feel like these shades are things that I already have in my collection. I'm trying to only buy things that I'm just like super excited about this holiday season, like that I need, that I can't live without, many of which are turning out to be like very kind of high-end things, which we will get to in my wish list video. But I'm gonna pass this. Even though I think it's pretty, I'm gonna pass on it. I'm not gonna buy it, just don't need it. So I am going to pass on that. Next, I wanna talk about this new release from ColourPop Cosmetics called Bye Bye Birdie. I mean, ColourPop releases something every single day, and you guys know that I like ColourPop shadows. I will say I do not like their glitter shadows at all. I went to Ulta to swatch them, you guys. It was like a glittery, I can't say glittery today, hot mess on my hands. They were just like sparkling. It was like playing with my daughter's glitter. It was not a pretty scene. And listen, I know you can put that stuff on your eyes with glitter glue and it will be a much better situation than just swatching it with your regular fingers at Ulta. But no, I am not doing any glitters from ColourPop for the same reason that I'm not gonna buy the Tati palette, which is, the colors in this really speak to me. I am into the pinks and the mauves and playing with those things. I think they're really pretty. These jewel-toned shades speak to me at this time of year especially. But it looks like it's got 1, 2, 3, 4 glitters, and I don't want glitter. And I also have a lot of these peach and maroon shadows as singles in my collection. So as Hannah Louise Poston would say, I can totally dupe the vibes of this palette with things from my own collections. Next, I want to talk about the Huda Beauty Mini Obsession Nude Palettes. Y'all, when these released, I was like, I need that, I want that. I love the shades in there. I loved all 3. I was like, I need all 3. And then I dwindled it down to I need 2. And then I was like, okay, I'm only gonna buy 1. I'm gonna buy the one that is the lightest because I'm having a moment with mauves and pinks and light purples, and I just thought it looked so pretty. And then I went to Sephora to swatch it, and I noticed it was made in China. I just talked to you about why I'm not buying the other Huda palette, so I'm not going to buy this one either. I don't know why high-end brands manufacture in China, but I'm not buying it. I'm not buying any. I'm not spending $29 on a palette that is made in China when I can go to Target or Walmart and buy e.l.f. or NYX or Profusion or who else? Any of those drugstore brands that are made in China for literally a 20th of the cost. I'm just not doing it. So I'm skipping this. I'm not buying it. And I'm even considering decluttering my Mauve Obsessions palette because it is made in China. It's a travesty, you guys. Next, I want to talk about this ColourPop Disney. It's this whole big Disney ColourPop collection. You guys, don't you feel like Disney's been done by ColourPop? I feel like it's been done. I don't know why they keep on bringing... I know there are people that love Disney. I bought the first Disney palette because it was right before we were going to Disney, and I thought how much fun would it be to play with that with my little girl because she loves makeup too. Obviously, because I'm talking about it all the time. I thought it would be so much fun to play with that with her while we were in Disney and be a part of that whole Disney thing. And I do have two friends who are super into Disney. Like they one of them, like they don't have kids and they go all around the world. They go to every Disney. She collects Disney pins. Like they are into Disney. I can see why somebody like that would buy this palette. And I have another set of friends who do have kids and they also love Disney, go all the time. They're people that I actually helped their husband pick the Disney palettes for them last Christmas for the wives. Because I work with two husbands. The two husbands are my work partners. And so I was telling them they needed to buy their wives the Disney palettes last December because they were so perfect for Disney lovers. But in the makeup community, like how many Disney releases can we have from ColourPop? It just seems like a lot. There was like the original Disney, there was the Disney villains, and now there's this whole huge Disney collection, and I'm just not interested in it, you guys. So far, I am not being very positive at all, but you're gonna see that I'm gonna be very positive in my wish list video that I'm gonna post hopefully Friday. Hopefully this is gonna go up Tuesday or Wednesday, and then sometime Friday, Saturday, or Sunday, I'll post my wish list, holiday wish list video, which is gonna show much more positivity and things that I do wanna buy. Next, I wanted to talk about this Kim Kardashian palette that looks so beautiful, you guys. It is called Kylie. It's the Kylie Cosmetics Holiday Collection. I'm loving these light pinks and mauves, even though I won't wear that pink, that bright, bright pink. I think that the mauves and the golds and all of that is so beautiful. But I'm not gonna buy it because I am not into the whole Kardashian scene. I used to love watching that show. It was like a departure from reality for me. And it was very entertaining for me. And that was before I had kids. Now I don't really watch much TV. But I did love it before I had kids. But I just don't feel... I don't feel the need to have these shadows. I think I can make this palette. I can dupe the vibes of this palette, as Hannah would say, very easily from things that I have in my collection. I don't feel like I want to be a part of that Kardashian scene. It's just not, I'm not into it. Like, not into it at all, even though I think that's a stunning palette. I'm gonna pass. Another palette that totally caught my eye was the new Kat Von D palette, you guys. It's beautiful. It's got some warm tones. It's got a little row of some cool tones. You see some of these purple tones up in the corner of the palette. It is really pretty. I do love the Kat Von D formula. I think it's great. But you guys, I'm not supporting Kat Von D. She's anti-vax, and we've had this discussion. I will link that video maybe in the cards right here about my discussion about Kat Von D's anti-vaxiness. And no, I'm not supporting her. I'll never buy anything from her brand again. I also want to show you another palette that it's not a palette, but ColourPop on Instagram, if you follow them on Instagram, will have like 9 shade single combinations. And they posted one recently that I thought was so beautiful, and I'm gonna pop it up right now. This palette, if this was a palette, I would probably have bought it if I had not started watching Hannah Louise Poston's Dupe That Vibe videos. But I love this combination. I think it is so beautiful. It so speaks to me with the light gold and the shimmery light pinks and the one light pink transition shade. But I'm not gonna buy these shades from ColourPop. I really did consider buying them from ColourPop, all the singles, so that I could make this by myself. But then I went and looked at my single shadows, and I totally duped the vibes of this. I have several of these, like the one in the middle. This one is called Now and Zen, and I have that shadow and I love it. I also have some Sydney Grace shadows that really are very much the same vibe as this in my collection. So I did dupe the vibe of this palette, and I did a couple of eyeshadow looks with it last week, and I loved the looks that I came out with. Let me know if you want to see a video on that. I don't know. Guys, I'm not getting like a lot of interaction in my videos. What is it? I know that I took a break this summer, and my videos are getting the lowest views they've had in so long. People don't leave comments. I am just not feeling the interaction. So tell me what I can do better. If you've made it this far in this video, which is turning out to be really long, please tell me what I can do better to increase people's interest in like having the discussion in the comment section below. There are several of you that comment very regularly on my videos, and I appreciate that. Thank you. But I'm just not getting like a super duper lot of interaction on my videos. So tell me if you have an opinion about that. Will you tell me below in the comments, what can I do to make my videos more comment worthy? I don't know. So you guys, I think I am going to stop with that because this is turning into a very long video, and I also want to talk to you about, I'm going to film another video, as I mentioned, talking about my wish list for the holiday season next. So we'll talk about the things that I do want to buy versus this video, which I think was pretty much things that I don't want to buy. I hope that you guys enjoyed it. If you did, please leave a comment below, give it a thumbs up. Let me know in some way that you liked this video, and let me know if you want me to do it again. I'm doing it now because it's the holiday season and there are just so many new releases, but I know that people like this style of video. So if you like it and you want me to do it again, please let me know in the comment section below. Thank you for taking time out of your day to watch this video. If you are not subscribed to my channel and you happen to be new, please subscribe, give this video a thumbs up, and I will see you in the next video. Bye guys.